See, is it going to go? It will go. Hey, I'm live. Yay. Yippee skippy. I hope people are watching. You just are done. Mr. Stinker Bean. Now, I'm going to wait until people start to show up. Oh, somebody's showing up. What's that? What the heck? Yep. 1 and 7/16. What the hell? Oh, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Is it still morning? It's 9:47. Teresa went off to church, and I, my friends, am here at the house still. Got lots of things to do today. Montana, South Carolina. I don't want it back. It's not raining right now, but we're supposed to have sun today, and then I believe rain again tomorrow. So let me take a quick stab at this here. I'm pretty sure I've got the worthless weather app here. It seems to be right some of the time, but not all the time. So I got sunny weather today, and then Monday and Tuesday it's like 70 and 80% chance, 70% chance of rain showers on Monday. Tuesday's 80% chance, and then we go on from there. So I don't know. It's kind of a pain in the ass. So anyways, yeah. Got to bale some rained on today myself. I have hay that's laying out on the ground. I'm actually going to start inquiring about a set of duals for my mower. I bet you've never seen duals on a talk, Wesley. Duals on a windrower. It's either dual it out or stretch those rims to get something to float. It's crazy. It's crazy what I have to do. So this is my thoughts on this. There is such a thick carpet or a mat of hay on the ground that every time I can't put tracks on it, it won't turn correctly and it'll tear everything up. So, and as you can see, I've got my little guy here. This is my son, by the way. Everybody asks me, who is he? Who is he? He's my son. This is William. So anyway, with that being said, tracks won't work, but duals, I'm thinking of dueling it. What I'm going to do then is swath it really tight into a windrow so that the hay is like really tight, and then hope and pray that it will dry out the ground or freeze up. That's just it. Fodder bales. I've bought like 200 acres of corn fodder or 150 acres of corn fodder. Haven't heard that they've even started to pick corn yet. I have to go down and see what's going on. Because if that be the case, then I'll be able to probably go on that too. Yeah. Yep. So that's just the deal. Weather here is really pretty crappy. But yeah, so we're going to talk about a couple of different things today. I know that I got a lot of questions and stuff that you guys are, you want me to answer and stuff. But and that's fine. Now Teresa's fine. She's at church. She had a procedure done at the hospital on the 2nd, 2 days ago, and she's bounced up back together. She had a little bit of reaction to the anesthesia, general anesthesia, and are you awake, little boy? Little reaction to the general anesthesia, but she's okay. She's not going to miss church. That's what she said. So I hope I'm not making hay in January, but if I am, I will. John Deere 946 added duals really helped. Well, that's the whole hope, is that it'll just get me able to float across this ground. I don't know how long this live stream is going to last, because Mr. William here, he's just a super little boy. He's just sleeping right now, and I do these things when he's sleeping. She goes to church on Wednesdays and Sundays, so those are the days that I do this Ag Talk and Raw. Um, but yeah, so it sounds to me like a lot of the bigger farms out in the Midwest are winding down in their harvest, corn, soybeans. I'm sure that the guys that are running the older equipment are going to be lagging along, just like I would be if I was combining corn and soybeans because of the weather. Yeah, I mean, breakdowns and things happen. And Farm All Fanatic, thanks for coming by. Hope William wrestles. I don't know that he's going to be wrestling. It's not a decision that I'm going to make for him. So I don't know. I'm not pushing him into sports. Teresa wants him to learn karate. I want him to learn Shotokan. But she's just wants him in some form of martial arts to teach him discipline and other crazy things. Yeah, I got people messaging me like crazy. I shut down my phone before I started because I just hate stupid people that constantly call when I'm trying to do a live stream. And I'm pretty sure I could almost be 100% positive that the idiot has started already. Nope, not yet, but I'm sure he's coming. Okay. So what are we going to talk about today? I'm going to talk about the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. The Pledge of Allegiance. The Pledge of Allegiance was, I don't know when the Pledge of Allegiance came into play. I think it was in the 1880s or something silly like that. But there's a lot of people out there that refuse to stand to the Pledge of Allegiance, and I find that to be rather disturbing and upsetting. When you're here in the United States, you stand to the Pledge of Allegiance. And it was told to me that the Pledge of Allegiance doesn't count because it wasn't in the Constitution of the United States. Well, there's a lot of things that weren't in the Constitution of the United States, and the amendments thereafter, the Bill of Rights and the amendments thereafter, including the 14th Amendment, which we are going to touch on in a little bit. Yes, it is appalling. When you come into this country, the United States of America, and you want to become a citizen of the United States of America, you leave behind your old life in your old country. This is the way this is set up to be. Unfortunately, the forefathers, our founding fathers, our forefathers, the founding fathers, never thought that people would be that disrespectful and want to come here and just take instead of contribute. Let me take a sip of water here. Correct. You kneel for the fallen. You stand for the flag and you kneel for the fallen. Taking a knee at the national anthem is, to me, it is a protest, which is fine. I'm okay with protest as long as you're willing to accept the consequences for your protest. So they kneel at the Pledge of Allegiance or the Star Spangled Banner, the national anthem. They do that to protest police brutality. That is what they do that for. Do I agree with it? I think there are better ways to protest police brutality than when you're supposed to be pledging allegiance or paying your respect for the fallen soldiers and the people that fought for these freedoms that they have to custom harvesting. That's actually a pretty good question. Glad you're asking it. I guess it is running just fine. I did have 2 codes thrown, but they were cleared out and never showed up again. So it's just breaking stuff. Nothing special. One was a seat code. The other one was it was my fault going down a hill and it oversped that hydro, which is kind of pisses me off because when you got 25,000 pound, 24,000 pound baler with I guess there was a bale and a half in it yet, or there was 2 bales in that thing. It's hard to keep it back, but that's it. So anyways, with these protests and stuff, you should, or if you're going to protest, you don't complain about the consequences of your protest when you're done. If you get fired, going in that's what it was. River Brothers? Well, no, he just asked a valid question and I answered. I'm sure if I was on his channel and he asked me a valid question or I asked him a valid question, I would want the same respect back. Now, if he comes on here and wants to be a raging idiot, and same with me, if I went onto his channel and was a raving idiot, I would expect that he would block me. But so far, he's behaving himself, so it's okay. We won't complain. Anyway, just like anybody, So, anyways, with the protests and all this stuff, just pay the consequences for it. Don't complain if you protest and you get fired from your job. That's on you. Don't whine and cry and be a little bleeding heart liberal jackass that can't handle the consequences for your protest. That's fine. I found it to be quite funny when Obama was being heckled by so-called Republicans or people that were at his rally here. I don't know where he was at, whether he was in Chicago or whatnot. That he says, if you don't support the rally here, go to someone else's rally. But yet he didn't say that when the Dems or the left-wing knuckleheads are out protesting at a Trump rally. He should have said, hey, you know what? We don't want your kind here like we don't want our kind at yours. That would have been somewhat honorable. But that son of a bitch is a lying piece of shit. He said that he increased our economy, that he stimulated our economy and cut the deficit. This is a big one for you, Barack Obama. You did not. You did not. Spew your lies. It's fine. We all know. We know. Oh, the barbed wire. That's not barbed wire, dude. That's razor wire. And if you've ever come in contact with that shit, you ain't crossing it. I mean, Guatemalans can figure it out. I mean, you could just fell a tree over it and walk over the tree, throw logs, sticks, brush, and stuff like that. But of course, then more than likely they will be shot, which is what I would hope they would do, because at that point they're an invasion force. They're an invasion force right now. So anyways, back to the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. So I've recited this in the past, and I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and, big and, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. That was before the 1950 whatever under God part. That we just leave that out, because the separation of church and state is actually quite important. It is important, but yes. So I recently posted on Facebook, and you can go to my Facebook page and go to my Facebook and look back and see what I had posted about Theodore Roosevelt stating in 1907 that when you come to the United States of America, you become American. You speak English. You learn English. You assimilate. It's basically what it said. You leave your nation behind to come to the new world or the new nation, meaning the United States of America. You become an American, and you contribute to the American way of life. Well, there was a person that I sent that to. I just tagged her in it, and it's okay. I knew that I was going to get a reaction. I didn't quite think I was going to get the reaction that I got, but if you go to my Facebook page, Wesley K. Pandy or Wesley Pandy Facebook, you'll see, I think it might even be One Lonely Farmer, but one or the other, you will see who it was and what they said about, she was appalled that how dare you even consider pledging allegiance to this nation if you want to have an allegiance to another country. And it kind of blew my mind that this was happening, that she would say such a thing. It was amazing. Like, wait a minute, you're a school teacher, you're teaching our children, and you're saying, how dare you pledge allegiance to our flag and the United States of America and to the republic meaning this country, the United States of America. And yeah, well, the Democrats are going to come out in full force. Don't get me wrong, man. But I think you're going to be met with the Republican force in return, because it is very important. We are actually getting somewhere back to a country that kind of I recognize, not the country that I was raised in. I mean, that is gone. After 9/11, 2001, September 11th, 2001 was a turning point for the worse for the United States. We lost more civil liberties in the years following that than we have at any other point in time. I mean, really bad, really, really bad. I mean, it's amazing. If I take a shotgun or a rifle out and I shoot trap or targets, there's a police officer driving up and down the road at the farm because some liberal retard has called the cops saying that there's gunfire over there. So, yeah, separation of church and state is not in the Constitution. Well, where is it stated then? Tell me where it's stated, because there is a separation of church and state, whether it's in the Bill of Rights or in the amendments after. I'm not sure, but it is part of the American way. It was supposed to be separation of church and state. The Patriot Act should have been called the Anti-Patriot Act. Well, they're not even dead Democrats. They're just going and they're just signing up. Now, here's the thing that gets me about Donald Trump. Donald Trump ran on, we're going to build a wall and we're going to have voter ID. I agree with both. Voter ID should have been at the top of his list, and the wall should have been second. Because what happens? Boy, he jumped. You okay there, bud? Oi. What was that about? So anyways, voter ID is very important, because anybody that crosses into the border, if a Democrat gets a hold of them, they take them down to the DMV and they sign them up for a non-resident driver's license and the registration to vote. It's right there on the New Jersey DMV, right on a wall in the back. So if you have voter ID, you have to prove residence, and this was done in 1898, in order to be considered a citizen of the United States. And the 14th Amendment, to cover you, you had to have proof of legality, that you're here legally, and a residence. If you don't have a residence, a place to hang your hat, you are technically not a resident of the United States, because you have no residence. So even if you come in and you're homeless, you're not a resident in the United States. You're a homeless bum. So, well, I don't care what Paul Ryan says. It's a matter of national security when we have people coming in droves. I mean, tens of, by the thousands. Let's put it this way. There's not 5,000 people. There's not 7,000 people. There's technically or literally 14,000 people in the first caravan. That slipped out of, I forget what reporter's mouth, just like 3 days ago. 14,000+ people in that caravan. Buddy, are you okay? Yeah. Anyways, he just gets these jumping. Well, I think he was appointed that position. He wasn't given that position. So anyway, he is getting big. He's growing. He's a big boy. Okay, so the 14th Amendment. Now, the 14th Amendment, Article 1 of the 14th Amendment was written, well, let's put it this way. The 14th Amendment was written to protect slaves, freed slaves, because of the Jim Crow laws. Jim Crow laws happened after the Civil War was over, the Emancipation Proclamation. Lincoln has been shot and killed in 1865. The 14th Amendment, I believe, was written in 1867, after the Civil War ended, because blacks were not allowed to, or the ex-slaves, I want to say blacks, but ex-slaves. There were white slaves at the time also. They were called indentured servants. That's what they were, indentured servants. They were slaves to come to the United States until their indentured servitude was over, then they were released. But anyways, blacks were not allowed to travel. They were not allowed to even leave the properties in which they worked on. They were just these horseshit state laws, and that's when the 14th Amendment was written. The 14th Amendment giving citizens either born or naturalized. Born here or naturalized. It doesn't say born to illegal immigrants or naturalized. It's born or naturalized here. And what the 14th Amendment actually needs to be ratified. It needs to be ratified to the point where because these are problems that have come up during the course of our advancement in time. I say in history, but in advancement in time. So back in 1867, we didn't have illegal immigrants. We didn't care. They came from Mexico. They went back. Up until the 80s, they came from Mexico. They worked here. They went back. When Bill Clinton became president, he made it so difficult for the Mexican people to come here, work, and go back that they just came here to stay. And then, of course, they had children and they stayed. They became the Dreamers. And then after the Dreamers came, then the Guatemalans and the Hondurans, those came in the late 90s and early 2000s. And that's when you had these people having babies, where anchor babies came in. And these are the new problems. So you have two illegal people that are having children in the United States. That child, under the 14th Amendment, depending on how it is interpreted, are given the right to stay here, because how dare you take the parents of a citizen of the United States and throw them back to Honduras and leave the kids here? So, and I really truly wouldn't have too much of a problem if they became contributing factors in the United States, contributing people. They learned English. We do speak English here. No, it was not a declared language, but we do speak English here, and it is just one of the things. Like I said to a friend of mine, George Washington forgot to put his teeth in, and so he could make it out when they did this in that English was the national language. They just never declared a national language, because naturally we all spoke English. Down in the South, they spoke French. And after the Revolution and the 13 states, those were still French territories down there. And school is now open. I may be getting this wrong to a point. Don't take me for word. I know there's a lot of people out there who are like, oh, I don't know everything. I know the gist of a lot of this stuff. And I also do know that the amendments to the U.S. Constitution, you have the U.S. Constitution and the Bill of Rights, and then the amendments to the U.S. Constitution. As we progress in time, the Constitution, it doesn't become outdated. The foundation is still the foundation. This is what the United States Constitution is to be followed. This is what the stepping stones to our nation. The amendments to that are to basically update it for current times, for the current the current problems. And that's really what we're in right now. So now we've got the 14th Amendment, which was 1867, which I believe 66 or 67, after the Civil War, which was set up to protect the newly freed slaves in the country. Because the 10 years after the Civil War was over, those were the most bloody years in our history. They'll say, they won't teach you that in school, but in 1865, when the Civil War was over, what did you think? The slave owners went back to their farms and says, congratulations, you're free. Would you like to come work for me for a decent wage? Fuck no. They were pissed. They were brutal. They were bitter. And then when these guys would start to leave, they would be shot on sight. You're leaving me? You're leaving me? They went to fear tactics. So these black laws, they called them black laws, not for the color of the people's skins, but they were black laws because the states they enacted these different laws to keep the slaves on these plantations and farms after the Civil War, and that's when the 14th Amendment came in. Well, you can add to it. It can be ratified. You can ratify the amendments to the Constitution. It takes an act of Congress to do so. So the 14th Amendment, even though, you can add to it. You could make the 14th Amendment null and void by doing the 26th Amendment. I'm not even sure. You just have to be. you have to make null and void one. So the 14th Amendment actually null and voided the 13th Amendment, if I'm correct. I'm not 100% sure. I am not a lawyer, but this is what I took it to. I understood. The 13th Amendment was basically null and void due to the 14th Amendment, or it updated the 13th Amendment. So anyway, whatever that. Amen, critter. Who's the critter? Critter, I don't trust the government to make changes. I don't trust the government to make changes. Because the government won't see. The problem is the government doesn't want to make changes to benefit its people anymore. Back in the 1800s and the early part of the 1900s, remember when we were 90% of us were all born. That would, like, towards the end of it, that's like when things stopped. I would have to say from the 1970 forward was when it stopped being about making this country better for its people. That's when it became, let's make this country better for its politicians. Let's make it so that we can be wealthy, stinking rich, while the people are blindsided by rhetoric on a boob tube, like the last month and a half that we've had to endure these political ads that do nothing but piss us off. I mean, I'm almost to the point now that I don't even want to go vote. I mean, I'm going to go vote because I'm going to go vote. But boy, doesn't it piss you off when, all right, let's put it this way. My viewership has gone down on YouTube. Do you know why? It doesn't because my content has changed or it's any better or any worse. It has gone down because people don't want to watch the political ads. That's why. That's my theory. That's my thoughts on it. I mean, it's put in the comment section. How many people have stopped or slowed their viewing, on YouTube because of political ads? I can't hit that freaking button fast enough. Skip ad, skip ad, skip ad. And because I want to watch a video. I don't want to watch, don't vote for Malinowski because he's going to rape your firstborn child, whether he's male or female. It's annoying to say the least. I mean, Malinowski. Well, here's another thing. Here's one that'll blow your fucking mind. Excuse me. Let me close off William's ears. These assholes, they move people to states where they want to have a stronghold. Malinowski's only been in the state of New Jersey for like 8 months for the sole purpose to run in this election. That's it. That's all. When Hillary and Billary got out of the Oval Office down there in 1993, the election was 92. They didn't leave until 93 when George Bush came in. But still, when they left, where did they move to? New York. How long were they in New York before she was running for state senator? I don't know. About 3 months. That's it. 3 months. Hey, I'm Hillary Clinton. I want to be New York state senator because I love New York City. They didn't give a rat's ass about upstate New York. That place started to go downhill so fast, and it wasn't even funny because she was just for the city, for Christ's sakes. And then when there was a better deal down in Washington, she dropped them like a box of rocks and moved to Washington. And then she became what difference does it make? Asshole that she was. He is a carpetbagger. That son of a... Oh, don't even get me started. Lance ain't much better, but at least he's lived here for 30 years. Yeah, you upstate New York guys, it just went to slums. Terrible. Some of the most beautiful homes that were up in New York State are now falling down and people are living in trailers. I've seen it. It's amazing. It's like, what happened here? New York City is a white elephant on the state of New York. It takes more money to keep that city running than it can generate on its own. So they tap into the state, the New York State, to pay for that island. Yep. Right. JFK Jr. died when he said he would run, and he probably would have won. He lived there for years. He had a business there for years. I think JFK John Jr. would have been a good senator for for New York. But that's just me. They are criminals. Yeah, don't curse at me. I heard now they have outlawed the bear hunting in New Jersey. I hope they maul a couple more Boy Scouts, maul a couple more Boy Scouts, maul a couple of more bicyclers. Then it'll be, oh my God, we've got to do something with Yogi. He's tearing shit up. Bunch of spandex mafia morons. Shadow banning of conservative content. If you've noticed, this channel, in which I get fairly good views on, usually 5 to 7 to 8,000 views per video in a week's time. Okay. I have been at 9,930 subscribers for months. 9,900. And yet, about 6 months ago, and here's this. I gain about 300 subscribers a month on this channel, although I don't lose but 1 or 2. So I gain 300, I lose maybe 15 or 20. I mean, I think I can probably pull that up here on my iPad. Let's see what I got. Hey, your bread lunch is made. How many silos go to farming and how many farmers go to sailing? Nobody sailing, going farming. Anyway, yeah, it just doesn't. Well, here it is right here. Hold on a second. Let me move this over. I actually have this information right in front of me. So I'm going to go to my analytics page. Okay. No, that's not what I want. Hold on here. Subscriptions. I need to do this. I need to switch my account. So give me a second here. We'll go to this one here. 9,930 subscribers, right? So there I am. And now I'm going to go here. Just give me a second. I'm not reading anything. I'm going to Creator Studio because I like Creator Studio way over Editor. Okay, so analytics. I'm hitting my analytics. And let's see what we've got here. Now, this is how fucked up Google is. Now, when I say fucked up Google is, excuse my language here, William. Okay, so I have got my watch time is up at 713,252 minutes. My views are up 37,600 views this month. The pay this month is up to $320. Thank you, fellas. Thank you. Hit the like buttons there. My view duration is up to 18 minutes and 58 seconds, which is awesome. The subscribers in the last 27 or 28 days is 97. Okay. 97 more subscribers. That's what I just got. So let me see. I was wrong. All right. At the worst, I have lost 4 and 3 on 2 separate occasions, and 4, 3, and 1, and 3, 4. All right, let me count up the subscribers I've lost. I don't have to. 76 subscribers were lost. 173 subscribers gained. That gave me 97 subscribers. I am still at 9,930 subscribers. So how the hell is this even possible? It amazes me. The reason is that Gobble My Balls, does not want me to get over 10,000 subscribers. When you get over 10,000 subscribers, that ranks you higher on the algorithm. When you rank higher on the algorithm, more people will come to see me. More people will come to this channel. More people. So if you're out there and you're watching this and you're not subscribed, you really need to subscribe. I only need 60 more subscribers to get me over 10,000. But I guarantee you, and it's free, it is absolutely 100% free to subscribe to this channel. But hey, what can I say? They're going to do what they're going to do. And they're going to do everything that they can do to stop me from gaining the subscribers that I need. Yeah. So I was watching George Saunders. I was watching Torquing Points. If you guys don't know who Torquing Points is, look it up online. It's 3 guys that I watch all their videos. I've watched their videos. Kurt or Lord Muck, Dino 0303, and of course George Saunders. And they went to a plowing competition. And I know a little bit more about the plowing competition because, I talked to one of the three about it. And apparently, and I knew when these guys were going there that these freaking stuffed shirt plowing competition people were not going to be happy about what was going on. And you could tell at the beginning of the video, they were out and about next to other plowing competitors. But at the end of the video, they were off in left field. And I will say, they did a good job of plowing. Their headlamps looked like shit, but I think they did that on purpose. But yeah, if you watch Torquing Points, you can go check that out because I think you're going to get a kick out of those guys. I really do. They're funny. So anyway, so now I'm going to go back to reading these. Jersey is so rigged. Oh, it is. New Jersey sucks sometimes. I mean, they just want us to be taxed out of their state, and then they're going to cry when we all leave. No, you are correct. Lang Street Farms. What did Lang Street Farms say? Lang Street Farms. They are good dog, but fight drive is high, which can be suppressed. Raised, trained, but the predisposed to undescribable characters. Banning of breeds is no good. What the fuck are you talking about? Are you talking about like pit bulls and stuff? Listen, the pit bull dog was like the all-American family dog until these dog fighting idiots got a hold of them and then bred them to kill. It's like anything else, if that's what you're talking about. Hey, Wes, didn't think you see my message, but I'm sorry that I'm not as active as I've in a situation with my dad is a bit harder than I was expecting. Hey, Dennis, you take all the time you need. It's okay if you don't manage that site, that's fine. I've been perusing it and answering some of the comments myself because I just, that's just the way it has to be. Thank you, though. I appreciate everything. You take all the time you need, my friend. It's not like I'm paying you, for Christ's sakes. I do appreciate you very much, but you don't need to. Yeah. I don't live in town either. Long Straight Farms. I don't. Yeah, Boogeyman. That's what we were discussing. Yeah, you see there's sub-conversations in here. Yep. So anyways, Twerking Points. Those guys are awesome. They really are. They're funny. One of these days I'm going to get my ass over there and we're just going to have a ball. We really will. Well, as long as, that's what they say about the pit bulls. If you have one, you're fine. But because they're bred to fight, that when you get two of them, they'll attack. They're not, I'm not saying all of them, but if you get a bad breeder that has bred for this particular genetic, you're going to have problems. Torquing Points, not twerking points. Even though that would make a good opener, George Saunders twerking. That would be pretty funny. I'm sure George would be up for that, too. He's a funny guy. Oh, no. Kurt has not been by the farm yet. I tried to get him to fly over, but... Oh, my little guy. I should turn him around. You guys see how cute this little monkey is. Oh, he's so funny. You know what? I actually have to do that the minute I'm done with this. The Stony Ridge farmer actually sent me an email with a roadmap to get to the right person to change their mind about me, because I'm an offensive asshole, didn't you know? It's just the way I am. I talk my mind, and that's the way I like it. Oh, he is growing like a weed. Would you ever consider running cattle again? I got to say no to that. I like my life without animals. I really do. Oh, I've baled soybean stubble, sure. Lots of it. I sold it to the mushroom barns. They took it. They weren't happy about it, but they took it. As a matter of fact, the last time I baled soybean stubble, they were like, get this shit out of here. We don't want this. It's been a few years ago. I think it would work really well, but apparently they didn't. Wes going to Bahal in February, buying land. Dwight Verberg, you cannot buy land there. If you're married to a Filipina or a Filipino, if you're a ladyboy, you can do that, but you cannot. You can lease it. You can lease land. I'd like to go to Bohol. Bohol is nice. My back is feeling better, but it's not 100%. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't own the land in the Philippines. Teresa does. The tractor's running fine. Just running. It's fine. We ran it yesterday. I didn't make any hay or anything, but we're stuck doing that. I do have some updates on where I'm going and to bale straw and the equipment that I'm attempting to get purchased here before the end of the year. 2 pieces. I've never seen the Chocolate Hills. I haven't been there yet. Oh my God. She's a little butt. It's a little butt. They got a big butt. When he was born, I could put him in my hand. Now it's his butt. No, I've never used the tent. Well, I had borrowed one from someone, but I don't have it. I don't have it now. My aunt has one. I might be able to slap that bad boy on. I used that freaking thing in the Philippines that Teresa's family had. That thing it was like going to the electric chair, that thing. Right, William? You believe he's sleeping? Crazy. My gack. Gack. Wasn't gack like slime? When my kids were little, it was called gack. Ugh. I wish I had corn. I love corn. I love combining corn. I love it. Let me fix your little pants here, dude. Oh, he sleeps good. He hears my voice, and it's comforting to him. Am I going to sell the 4960? No, probably not right now. Right, Billy? Willed. Wedward is what we call him. His name is William Edward, but we call him Wedward. Wedward or Stinker Bean. He's my Stinker Bean. Yeah, he's a funny kid. Oh, am I going to reach my bell count? Yeah, I will. Probably not. I don't know. I have to go look. We just had 2 inches of rain. 2 inches of rain. It's crazy. So I got 279 people and only 87 likes. What the heck, guys? It's a thumb. It looks kind of like this, only it's this. So if you could hit that for me. 200, there we go. Thank you. Get me up there already. Yeah. He took over right then though. What your price on idiot blocks? I don't have any. I never made any. Never made any. I am probably going to lease tractors down there, at least one. Yep. The Critter Widow, we had 3.5. Wow. Did the package I sent arrive? Yes, sir. And I actually put it to this. This is my iPad. I don't know if that suction cup's going to be strong enough. Them things are heavy. So, yes, thank you. Appreciate that. Let's see. I guess no more. Hold on. I got somebody sending me a message. Dennis, I definitely can do that. Message me your address again because I'm sure I've lost it. Oh, no. I'm sure I've lost it. Remember me? I'm far from conservative, as you well know, yet I'm still here watching and listening because I like your personality and I respect your opinions. Well, Callie Fox, gosh, how the hell could I ever forget you guys? You guys were, I bet you'd be a hoot at a party, I'll tell you. You guys were fun. I would have to say that. Answer my damn question, then I'll give you a like. Thomas Clay, what is your question? Oh, you hear the farting? Any trips this off season? I am planning a trip. Oh, I'm sure it'll work out. Thank you, Big Trucker 26. Thomas Claycorp. Thomas, are you going to make me go back up and look, or are you just going to re-answer the question for me so I can answer it? Thomas Claycorp. Let's go. Alive Maker Bayer sell one for $50 on Amazon. It works. I have spinal stenosis. It helps so much when meds don't. Okay. Yeah. All right, I'm going to go up. I'll look for your... I don't see a question there, Thomas. I don't think you asked one. Oh, wait. Does someone on here know how to fix a Ford 900 rear seal? I have replaced it 3 times and it's still leaking. Ford 900 or a Ford 9000? I would think you're talking about a 9000. I bought a Ford tractor. It's got a 100. No, it's a Ford 900 engine at the rear seal. I cannot get it to stop leaking. I replaced 3 times. I'm wondering if you think the old rope seals might be better. That's a good question. A lot of silicone. If you're talking rope seal, you're talking where the pan, or you're talking the main seal, or where it seals the pan. Because there's no rope seals in a rear main seal. They're rubber, and you have to put those on there. There's a ring. I don't know. I don't deal with Fords, to be quite honest with you, when it comes to tractors. But there should be a sealing ring on that crankshaft. And all you got to do is whack it off with a cold chisel, and smack it, and then peel it off. And when you put the new seal on, you put the wear seal and everything together, the wear ring. I mean, that's how it is on the Deeres and other machines I've worked on. I have a John Deere 4030 oil coming out of the steering wheel. Now you just got to rebuild it. It's a rebuild kit. You can buy it from Deere. Thomas Clay, you might need a sleeve over the shaft. See, that's what I'm telling you. Ford has an old rope for a seal. Well, then get the rope. That's another one. Adam Still, you're probably, just weld it shut. A little JB weld on the seal. That'll work. That might work, actually. I've seen guys, you get a groove in the crankshaft if it doesn't have that wear ring on it. they'll fill that thing with JB weld all the way around. And then they'll take a sandpaper or sanding emery cloth, and they'll emery that down and put a new seal on. Napa has that rope, huh? Yeah, check for the case vent plug. The vent. You keep that damn 4-letter S word. Yeah, I've done that. I've done it twice. I just ordered a new set. The new rubber seal don't seem to have a big flange pushing against to the crank. I don't know, man. Napa, never any parts available. That's correct. That's correct. Nah, you're better off going to a Ford deal, or not a Ford deal. Well, what is it? New Holland. Case New Holland ought to have it. The tool looks like a Chinese finger trap. Really? Look at Mr. Butt Butt. Mr. Butt Butt. What are you doing there, Mr. Butt Butt? He's so quiet and people don't even realize he's here. He's just kind of here. Seals leak because the shaft is moving around. Yeah, maybe. You might have a main bearing that's out. You may have a main bearing out on that. Ford probably needs a new main bearing. When it wears, it allows the crank to drop down enough that the upper rope seal doesn't work. That is a very valid answer right there. If there's a lot of, if the main bearings are shot, change the main bearings, drop the pan. You already got the pan off anyway. I don't have Ford tractors, just the one. So I can't really honestly tell you what's going on with it, but you never know. Well, Ford cars like the Model T, when you take that oil pan, the cover off at the corners, there's lantern wicking in there. He has a seal clocked wrong. It took me 3 or 4 times to get it right. I don't know. I don't know anything about the clocking. Yep. So anyway, I guess I'm going to end this live stream. It's been going on for about 50 minutes, and that's 50 minutes longer than I wanted to talk. And this guy, he's probably going to need his diaper changed, and nobody wants to watch that, do they? Yeah, I don't think so. 8 to 10 loads a week. I was going to do 12, but I just couldn't get it in. Last week I only took 3. Carl took 5, so that's what, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tim took 1, 2 actually, 2 last week, so we did get 9 in. But yeah, yes, everybody should go out and vote. Vote who you feel is the best candidate. I'm not going to tell you to vote Republican. I'm not going to tell you to vote Democratic. I'm not going to tell you to vote Independent or Green Party or Libertarian. I'm just telling you to go vote. Make yourself count. Don't tell them that you won't count. Make yourself count. And when you do vote, read the yes and no questions, because the bastards like to sneak shit in there. And read them. Don't just say, oh, okay, I'll do this one. No. Because they'll word something that they want under the no. And if people will just hit the no button because they don't want it. But in fact, by voting no, you're actually voting yes. So read those ballots. Cody Montag, well, I'm glad you did, because I'm just about done. They're going to give me a walking floor to use. I just have to get it in. I got to get a hydraulic pump installed on my truck. Timmy Corn Picker, you need a better battery. Stack wagon is what I'm getting. Yeah. 16K, Bell Runner 16K. That way we can stack into the night. We can stack in the wet. We can stack in the dry. It doesn't matter. We're just going to stack. So. Miss Samantha, happy birthday. So that's from Paul C. Miss Samantha, have a happy, happy birthday. How much bales does the new stacker hold? 12. Holds 12. You're welcome, Paul C. 7810 was running yesterday. We got it on the stack wagon right now. No, I'm not going to use a bale accumulator. I'm going to get a bale runner 16K is what I'm attempting to get purchased. You know, you see, I don't want to be the amount of money that I'm going to make off of this job is astronomical. It's, I have to bale 30,000 plus bales, no less than 30,000 bales in a 6-week period, which I can do with 2 balers. It's not that hard. It's only 15,000 bales per baler on 500 and 1,000 acre fields. So, and that's what they are. What do you got? He's laughing. He's laughing in his sleep. He's got those bellies laughing. Did you bend the steps on a 7810? Yeah, that one too. There is a ditch that I'm going through, and it caught him. So yeah, I'm gonna try to keep him going, but yeah. So anyway, these fields they're 500 yards long. and as wide. So it's like a square mile. You should see him. What are you doing, little boy? So they're big fields, big fields, all wheat straw. And be happy I'm remounting a front inner on the 8450 this morning in snow. Huh. That sucks. that sucks. How many tractors are you taking this job? Where's the job? What machines do you need for it? 2 balers, a stack wagon, telehandler. So that's 3 tractors, telehandler. Telehandler I'm going to lease down there, and possibly a loader tractor and a wagon, depending on how nuts it gets. We are going to be running 16-hour days. I was going to do shift work to keep them going all night long, but we're not going to do that. Wes, I'm off to stuff my fat belly. Good luck farming, and remember to not break too much shit. All right, thanks, Dennis. You take care of yourself, and if you just put that, message me your address on Messenger so I can get that sent out to you. It's all good. We're going to alternate between the stack wagon and the balers. I'll do any job. Teresa probably on the telehandler. So now I'm going to put the 7810 on the Krone down there because it's flat. There's no hills. I might do that. I don't know. The 8120 has brakes on it, so I could possibly do that. But the hay is still going to be going out while I'm down there. Who's watching, William? I am. He's right here. Or are you asking when I'm down baling that straw? Teresa's mom is coming back from the Philippines, and she's going to watch him while we're down there. Oh, the embroidered shirts. Everything that's on my website will be embroidered. Yeah. Rain snowing, huh? Baby seat in the 8120. I had them in the 8530. What do you think about how Farms Work new purchase? Love your videos, all behind the scenes of being a farmer. You tell the truth about everything. I don't know what How Farms Works new purchase is. Don't tell me because I want to go look at that. So yeah, I think I know what it is, but I'm not 100% sure. I think I know what it is because Ryan and Travis's father asked me some questions about something they were thinking about purchasing, and I'm not sure what it is. The Llama, I was talking to somebody today, and they're telling me that not to bother going to Llama. They're going to keep their eye open and see if the show is going to be what it used to be. But what he told me was that the Llama show is going to be more basically computer screens and not actual equipment, which is annoying because I don't want to look at a computer screen. It's right here in front of me. I could be looking at it online right here. I'd rather go to the show, meet the people, see what the hell's there. And the reason I want to go to the Llama show or even Agritechnica, yeah, empowered shirts. I'm empowered. Anyways, the reason I want to go to those shows is because it's different than the United States shows. They got different equipment. It's just really cool stuff I've never seen before, and stuff that I've only seen on TV for that matter, or on YouTube for that matter. I don't know. Articulated telehandler, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to be using it. I'm leasing it. It's $4,000 a month. No difference in different types of mulch. Straw and hay are fairly similarly priced. Are you going to finish the 4010 this winter? If I get to it. How Farms Works have purchased a 955 cat track loader. They did? Get the fuck out of here. Did they really? All right. Now you've got my attention. That is not what they said. That's not what they asked me about. Let me go to One Lonely Farmer here. I got to swap out my what's it here, and we'll see what the big purchase is. Congratulations. All right. I got a thumbs up is what I got. Dude. I need to. I feel like a mental retard today. Just a little. Videos. I need subscriptions. I need you guys here. You know, I run an iMac computer. And where is How Farms Work? Where is How Farms Work? Where the heck is How Farms Work? I don't. Oh, big purchase, not Dish Farm. It says it's a premiere. It doesn't say what it is. In 73 minutes. I mean, I don't see anything in here. You guys are crazy. Where are you saying that they bought a 955 cat, you psycho? That flew right over your head, Wes. What did? How Farms Works didn't even start for more than an hour. Yeah, right. Yeah, I sold him the 955. How's that sound, prick? David Brooks, grass, 4-letter word. Grass is a 4-letter word up here. Grass is not a 4-letter word. That's 5. They got enough grain carts. Well, I think, Mr. H. Turbo, you can keep your damn rain. It's coming my way, though, I'm sure. I'd love to take a trip down to see you and your farm, but my father doesn't want to drive all that way. I don't blame him. It's a long distance, man. It's a long distance. Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to end this live stream. I got too much work to do. I'm sure somewhere someone has tried to call me. And okay, so that's that. Anyways, I'm leaving. Have a nice day. He's laughing in his sleep. He doesn't laugh yet. He makes no noise. He cries, but he doesn't make any noise, but he's funny. Yes, I have to go to work. Teresa will be back, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes from now. So, anyways, thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you. I got 2 low boys in North Carolina. I might employ you. I might need to employ you. I can come run a tractor for you. I'm a good operator and take care of my equipment. A hay season has sucked for me in 2018. And I have a 2019 and need a job if the weather doesn't change. Well, SLC Farms, I am going to give more information on how people can come run my equipment in June and into July when we're baling straw. I'm going to try and make it we're going to work. We're going to work our asses off. But I'm going to try and get some serious YouTubers that want to come down and run for a few days. And, we'll run for a few days, whether you're stacking or even running the baler. But anyway. Oh, yeah. Now, Stephen, you're going to have to email me at onelylyfarmer@yahoo.com. And I'm going to need some stuff hauled. So get Farmhand Mike. Farmhand Mike. I don't know Farmhand Mike. I mean, I guess I do a little bit. I know he's on here from time to time, but yeah. So anyways, I better go. It's been an hour and 4 minutes. Live in North Carolina. We'll love to help. Well, if you live in North Carolina, you're going to be goddamn close. Damn close. Depends on what end of North Carolina you live on. North, south, east, or west, as to whether you're close or not. You'd be a far way away. But I will be in North Carolina, by the way. Not South Carolina, North Carolina. So, yeah. Charlotte. Oh, you're in Charlotte? That ain't far. That's only a few hours, maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Diaper. Yeah, he's feeling a bit. He's peed. He hasn't pooped. He farted a couple times, but he's. Well, make it another hour. I could make it another hour but he needs his diaper changed. I'm gonna have to wake him up for that. And Teresa's left that door open again. What if you came there to help me? Well, tarps will need to get put on. It's not my material. This is a contract job, and you'll be 1099. I got to pay you, and I got to 1099 your asses. But unless you're volunteering for free, which would be cool as hell. How is purchasing the family farm? It's hard. It takes a lot of money. But right outside of Raleigh. Oh, hell. All right. Anyhow, I'm going to see you later. Thanks for stopping by. Catch you on Wednesday.